So for today's deep dive, we're looking at a huge stack of clinical guidelines and patient data. And it's all focused on this one really frustrating moment in the ADHD journey, the plateau. We want to figure out why that magic seems to just fade.
It's such a common story.
It is. You know the narrative. You start medication, the clouds part, it's the honeymoon phase.
Right. Suddenly laundry's getting folded, emails are being answered.
Exactly. But then maybe 3 months later, you're back to staring at a screen, totally frozen, and you're thinking, is my brain broken? Did the meds stop working?
And that's the panic we see in the patient data
Yeah.
almost every time. The immediate thought is, I've built a tolerance, or just, well, this failed.
But that's not the whole story.
Rarely the whole story.
Yeah.
What the research really presents is this idea of a tripod for ADHD management. You've got 3 legs: medication, lifestyle, and systems.
Okay.
If one of those legs is short or just, missing entirely, the whole thing just wobbles. Your meds can help with the neurochemistry, sure, but they can't fix burnout or organize your desk for you.
So let's start with that first leg then, the medication itself. Because the pharmacological data here is really counterintuitive. You'd think dosage would work like a painkiller. Bigger body, bigger dose.
That's what everyone assumes. But the sources show absolutely no correlation between body weight and stimulant dose. None.
So you could have a 250-pound linebacker.
Who needs the lowest possible dose? And at the same time, a 110-pound gymnast might need the absolute maximum. It's all about your specific metabolism, your receptor sensitivity, not your mass.
And that leads to a really dangerous trap, right? Where people think they need more and they end up overdosed.
Exactly. And the clinical description for that is often called zombie mode. You feel frozen, kind of blunted, or that wired but tired feeling.
Right. If you feel like a statue, the dose might actually be too high.
Precisely. Not too low. And then beyond just the dose, you have the genetic lottery of which class of medication you're on.
You mean the methylphenidates, like Ritalin, versus the amphetamines, like Adderall?
Exactly, those two families. The literature says about 20% of people are genetically wired to respond to one, but get zero benefit from the other.
20%. That's huge. That's 1 in 5 people.
It is. It means 1 in 5 might think meds just don't work for me, when really they're just, putting the wrong kind of fuel in the engine. But even with the right fuel, you can run into the rebound effect.
The 5 p.m. crash, where the dopamine just falls off a cliff as the meds wear off. It's not that the medication failed, it's just...
The tank's empty. And this is where the biology slams right into the second leg of the tripod: lifestyle. Specifically, sleep debt.
This has to be the biggest one.
It's the #1 cause of what people think is medication failure. Stimulants are amazing at masking how tired you are, but they don't replace sleep. They can't.
And a sleep-deprived brain can't make neurotransmitters properly.
It just can't. The studies are so clear on this. If you're consistently getting less than 7 hours of sleep, you're fighting a losing battle. And it's not just sleep. Even mild things like being dehydrated or having low iron or B12.
It creates a brain fog that the meds just can't punch through.
Right. The biological foundation isn't there, so the chemical signal can't get through. Your brain needs fuel. But even a fueled, rested, medicated brain can fail if we ignore that third leg: systems.
I saw this phrase in the therapeutic guidelines that was perfect. Pills don't teach skills.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It sums it up perfectly. The medication is the engine. It gives you the ability to focus. But it's not the steering wheel. It doesn't give you direction.
So without systems, planners, timers, whatever, you might just hyper-focus on the wrong thing.
That's the signal-to-noise problem. The meds turn up the volume on the signal, your focus. But if you don't direct that signal, you'll spend 6 hours color-coding your bookshelf instead of doing your taxes. The engine is running, but nobody's steering the car.
And that gets even messier when you bring in the 80% stat.
But up to 80% of adults with ADHD have co-occurring conditions.
Like anxiety or burnout. And if you treat the ADHD but ignore the burnout, you're just more efficiently exhausted.
Or worse, if you have untreated anxiety, stimulants can just pour gasoline on that fire and make you jittery and paranoid.
So for anyone listening who thinks their meds have stopped working, the answer isn't to just quit.
No, not at all. You have to troubleshoot. The sources have a sort of 5-question checklist.
Okay, what is it?
It's, did I sleep over 7 hours? Did I eat protein and drink water? Am I just completely burnt out? Is my environment a total mess? And maybe the most important one, am I expecting this pill to manufacture motivation for me?
That's the key. So the advice is to keep a log.
Keep a log, track the data: sleep, food, your mood, and bring that information to your provider. This isn't a straight line. It's a constant process of of tuning and adjusting.
It really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If the pills provide the focus and the systems provide the direction, maybe the goal isn't to fix a broken brain at all. Maybe it's about building a custom cockpit for a Ferrari engine that you've had all along. You don't need a new engine, you just need to learn how to drive it. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.